So how do you really get a true picture of an institution? Today, we're going to try and do just that by looking at the Shaheed Benazir Bhutto City University in Karachi, Pakistan. We're going to piece its story together from two pretty different angles: what the university says about itself, its official mission, and then what its public profile on Wikipedia looks like. Let's see what happens when we put them side by side.
All right, first things first. Before we get into all the missions and big ambitions, let's just establish the basics. What is this university, according to the public record? Okay, so Wikipedia gives us the core facts right away. It's a private university, it's in Karachi, and it was founded back in 2013. Simple, clear, direct. But of course, you and I both know a few lines on a web page don't ever tell the whole story.
So, let's go beyond those basic facts. What is this university's purpose? What's its why? To figure that out, we've got to turn to its official mission and see how it describes itself, in its own words.
And this is always the key question, isn't it? When an institution talks about itself, what does it choose to highlight? What are the promises it's making to the world?
Wow, the official welcome message sets an incredibly ambitious tone right out of the gate. It's not just about education for its students. It's about transforming people into human capital and literally speeding up the socio-economic development of the entire country. I mean, that's not just a mission for a university, that's like a mission for a nation.
The chancellor's message then kind of zooms in a little, bringing the focus closer to the actual student experience. It makes a direct promise of quality and being adaptable, telling potential students, hey, we'll meet your expectations, our programs are current. It also mentions an open door policy, which suggests they want to be seen as accessible and supportive. Okay, so we've heard the official pitch. It's full of big ambitions and a promise of quality. Now, let's completely shift gears. Let's look at that neutral, third-party profile on Wikipedia and see what verifiable information is actually out there for the public. And this is interesting. Before we even get to the facts, Wikipedia gives us a little warning. It's a really critical piece of context, basically saying the information that follows needs more reliable sources to really verify it. So we got to keep that in mind. So with that little disclaimer in our back pocket, the fact sheet confirms what we already know. It's private, established in 2013. It does add a couple of new details, though. The chancellor is the governor of Sindh, and the university's motto is learning for success.
Wikipedia also gives us our first real glimpse into what you can study there. It lists 4 specific academic departments: business, technology, art, and education. So, according to this public entry, that seems to be the core of what they offer.
But as we dig a little deeper, Wikipedia flags another issue, right at the top of its article, actually, and it points to a major source of potential confusion. It all has to do with the university's name. So if that name is ringing a bell, or if you feel like you've heard it before in a totally different context, well, you're not wrong, and the reason for it is actually pretty surprising. 8. That's the number. That's how many other universities and colleges in Pakistan have a name that's nearly identical, all honoring the late Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. And I mean, just look at this list. It really illustrates the whole situation. You've got other universities in Karachi, institutions in Sindh, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and beyond, and they specialize in everything from veterinary sciences to medicine. This shared name creates a really crowded and, let's be honest, a very confusing landscape. So where does that leave us? Let's try to pull all these threads together. We have the university's own, very aspirational story, and then we have the sparse, kind of caveated facts from a public source. What does it all really add up to? This is the crucial contrast, right here. On one side, you have the official pitch, a grand vision of transforming society. On the other side, you have the public profile, a private university from 2013 with 4 departments, a warning label about its sources, and a name that's super easy to confuse with at least 8 other places. And that kind of leaves us with one final big question. We have this compelling, powerful mission on one hand, and a pretty thin, unverified public profile on the other. It really highlights a modern challenge we all face. When you're faced with incomplete information, how do you balance an organization's official story with the externally verified facts that are available?